Greetings and welcome back to SmartWatchTix.com. You know, in a world where smartwatches are starting really to top out in features, they've covered just about everything you can put in a watch. Smart rings are just beginning. They really are. And this technology is taking off. Today, I'm going to show you a new smart ring from Wrongduck. We've covered several from them. In fact, the one I'm wearing right now. It's HR1 diamond design ring. Beautiful. As a wedding ring as a potential. Got a review up on this one if you're interested. Now, we are unveiling to you an even more attractive heirloom style of smart ring called the Retro. The Retro Bluetooth. Look at the exquisite detail in this. Now, can you see this even as a smart ring? I don't think so. They're very, very nice. And this company especially is going crazy with designs. Let me tell you before we go further how you can get it directly from the Wrongduck website. Got a stackable coupon for you in the show notes. So no matter what price you're getting and coupons you put, whatever, add my coupon to it and it'll add additional discount. You've got the Wrongduck Retro Bluetooth Smart Ring Health Tracker for Women is the full title of it, in a variety of colors, coming in retail at about $65, $66, but again, we got lots of discounts for that. Size 7 up through 10, a little bit narrower range, so you got to check and make sure it'll work for your finger, but it's definitely worth it. We'll show you the charging case that comes with it as well. These are some of the other colors. You can get it in blues or yellows or green. Pink is in here as well. That's what we're looking at actually. White, red. Amazing. Very, very nice. Lots of options and detailed information straight from their website. It's called a vintage-inspired health tracker. Okay, it's got timeless elegance, meets modern health technology, and tells you all about that. You've got overall sleep tracking in this one. It'll go to bed with it. It'll give you your light, deep sleep, REM, wakefulness. We'll show you that in the tracking app. You've got activity tracking. If you're going to get out and do exercises and safe for swimming even, IP68 on this one. You got blood oxygen. You've got heart rate monitoring in it, and you got smart feature designed for women, meaning it'll do all of the period tracking, menstrual cycling, and all of the things. Log that information and tune into your overall body. So, as we dig deeper in here, there's a box. You saw where the ring came out. Beautiful presentation. And inside the box is a charging cable, which is your standard USB-C, I believe. Nope, sorry. It's this little magnetic coupling charger, which is common on these rings because they're so small, and a standard regular USB you can put in your phone charger, whatever you've got. Then you have this case. So this could charge the ring all by itself or with your standard USB-C cable that you already own plugged into this charging case. You can also charge the ring. Open this puppy up, and it looks like this. Now, where did the ring go? It's on my finger. Let's take it. You see that little connector right there? Yeah, okay. We line that up with the front, drop it in. It magnetically couples right there, and you've got it charging. See that? It's blinking in there. And so you can take this along with you, ladies, as a compact in your purse, right? And you can charge your ring if you need to, but you get a great life with it without even having to worry about that. But you do have this option, and you do have, like I said, the cable capability of charging it directly by sticking it on right there. There's a user's manual in the box, gives you information on how to do it in multiple languages. This QR code brings up the rings. That's the Tethering app for your phone. I have a link to it in the show notes. I recommend you use that one. It'll take you to the Google Play Store, and you can work with it directly. So we go across in the different languages. Here's the packing list, charging cable. Tells you a little about the different parts of the ring, how you power it on simply by connecting it. The connection app right there. You have lighting status that tells you what's going on. The blood oxygen test is when it's red. The heart rate test is happening when it's green. But this goes into the detail about the lighting status and what's going on. The wearing style, there you go. It's talking about putting it in with the finger down and some overall notes to go along with it. Okay. And then other languages in here. So what we want to do at this point is switch over to the phone app. One of the cool things about the Wrongduck family of rings is they also have family of supporting apps. They all seem to be using a different one. This particular ring uses the rings. Okay, looks like it's made custom for rings, right? This is what the thumbnail looks like in the Google Play Store, which we're in right now. When you install it, and then you open it, and then you pair the ring to it, which is easy to do under the Device tab here, it's going to bring up your home screen, which is going to show you all of this information. Your activity with closing circles for steps, calories, and duration is right there on the front. Tap it to go deeper. You see the hourly step count on here and the goals of the last 7 days. Yep, I just put it on to do one full night, one full day for you to get an idea. But as you accumulate it over the week, you can compare how you're doing over time. You also can bring up the calendar here and switch to any of the days, and they will show you by the rings. So it's a really nice way to just kind of get a highlight of when were you active, when were you not. Come down here, you got a very colorful sleep chart showing you your total time, the date, time, and number of hours basically that your goal is and how you're doing against that. When you went to bed, when you woke up, tap on it, you go in deeper, and now you got the whole chart that can show you each of these sections. They're color-coded. Awake is up here in the yellow. Yep, I was up about 3 times through the night. REM, your dream sleep, is here, and it shows you up above how many minutes you were in that zone and the exact time when it happened. Light and then deep sleep is back here, the deep purple down there. So really, really well laid out, good information provided. This is a synopsis of your cycles. This is a summary of your score. Now, for what I did last night, it's giving me 82 as an overall score in good. Sleep efficiency and timing are listed in here. And then, if that isn't enough, you got the pie chart that shows what percentage of your time you were in each of the different zones. It's not showing awake up here. I had a little bit of awake time, but it is giving you a deep, light, and REM sleep. So a whole beautiful selection of information, color-coded and very attractive on sleep. Now your workout records. You can actually start a workout with this device, and your records will be in here. As you take your phone with you, you wear the ring, it'll accumulate your walking information, and you basically have a very simplified version of an activity tracker that you'd have on your watch, or the one you may have with an app in your phone. But you do have that information. You got continuous heart rate now. It's showing you're sleeping. It tells you when you woke up because you got your sleep cycle stuff, and you'll see your daytime. So you can see how well you're doing and whether your heart rate is very active during the day versus the night. Come in here and you can go into any particular zone, see the exact heart rate. I've been pretty sedentary all day, so you don't see much, and we're right at the current time from midnight to midnight. And of course you can go in and look at your weekly and monthly and so forth, give you the overall averages. Blood oxygen is shown here. These are incremental readings. You want to be about 96 or higher, so it's showing you a chart from 80 to 100, not where you can't tell if it's 89 or 88 or something like that. Nice that it's an abbreviated chart like that. And your last 7 records are listed in here, gives you an understanding of blood oxygen as well. Blood pressure now. Take this with a grain of salt, guys. It's very hard to find a good device that's using blood flow for blood pressure readings. Calibrate this by using a cuff to make sure that the numbers are matching up for your particular body. It is nice that it's tucked in close to your finger here as opposed to on your wrist, because that should give you an overall better assessment of your blood flow. But it's showing me 128/70, and it's been doing that consistently, so I'm not trusting it. I should have every single reading should be different. But it is in the device, so you can actually tap to measure. And when you do that, we should have the light turning on. Yep, there you see it. You see the light? So that's one way you can tell where to put it. It should be down like that. It's right across from that particular diamond part of the design, and it'll go off and do its measuring. You can measure the blood pressure like it's doing. You can measure the blood oxygen. I'm just going to stop that and show you the blood oxygen is going to use the red diodes. Hello. There you go. Okay, see the red diode coming up. And that gives you a better overall accuracy. And that'll give you an instantaneous reading as well. And we can just bail out of that. Okay. Beyond here now, heart rate variability. And this is kind of an indicator of stress sometimes. When you study HRV, you can get information on it, and it shows you the numbers bouncing around and tells you a little bit of information. We're not going to talk a whole lot about it, but you can study up on that. Beyond HRV, and there's your continuous chart, you can measure it directly. You have stress, which you can also measure directly. Saying that I'm relaxed, when I go in here, it's showing you your past 7 records and just kind of an instantaneous, where are you right now, to look at this. Now this last one, it's the way my phone is set up with the size of the font and everything, but it actually is telling you something here about measuring the menstrual cycle. So that's just the problem with the app. I can't really collapse it, but when you go in and you set it up, it's going to tell you the date and where you are in all of this. So you tap on the thing and you get into the calendar, which is an easier place to be. Here we are based on what was put in for the beginning date, the cycle length, and other stuff, and you come up with this chart. And so you can see what day you're on right now, where you are in the cycle, and predicted information. There's where you can change the settings and everything. And ladies, you know what that's all about, and that is here on the opening screen. Go to the second one. Now here's your step count information again in more detail. Again, you can slide through that and see exactly how many steps at what particular hour. Volume of physical activity is here, and it's computing your MET, M-E-T, goals of the last 7 days, workout records, and how you're ranking with other people. Again, I only have 1 day's data. I don't have a whole lot of workout stuff going on, and I've been pretty sedentary, but I just want you to see the layouts in the app so you can get a feel for yourself what it would look like. This tab is a deeper look at the heart rate. You know, this one was kind of a summary page. Each of these are taking you deeper. There's the full chart. Again, the quality. Average sleep heart rate. Now, last one stopped with the sleep ratio. Now we go deeper. If you actually pick up the tab and get your sleep heart rate, minimum, maximum, and average, heart rate variability throughout the night, temperature. Now, I haven't seen that this is actually in the ring, so I can't confirm that. But if it is, you'll see a deviation from the norm. And usually it takes several days to figure out what your average is. And then you'd start seeing the temperature deviation a little above or a little below. Great way if you're doing period tracking to determine fertility times and such. If you understand how to do that based on temperature change, that's valuable. Also good if you think you might be catching a cold or something. See if your temperature's been going up. Here's sleep activity status. This is related to movement. So it kind of ties back into the sleep chart, and it's monitoring as you're rolling around and as you're moving where you are. Frequent activity should be lining up with the times of being awake, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. Be nice if they had that up there right next to it. Last 7 days trends and so forth. So, and then again, day and week and month are all up here as well. And finally, our last tab here is where we actually get into the device. Now, we're calling it the Retro Diamond Ring, right? And the actual number for it is a VR11. So it's connected, 100% charged right now. This is where you can set up these kinds of goals for exercise. You have your overall profile, where you put in your gender and all these other things. I usually make these up each time for each watch and try to always register as female because that'll support having the menstrual information. Oftentimes the apps won't even show it if you register as male. Others, you can change your units, of course, from metric to imperial, Fahrenheit to Celsius. Daytime heart rate measurement, you can set the frequency that it'll do the measurements if you want to get longer battery life. Bluetooth transmit range. This is interesting. Theoretically, you're wearing this on your finger and you're going to have your phone with you. So short range should be fine. That probably gives you better battery life and not as strong a signal coming out of it. But you can change it to long range, and maybe if you're not going to have your phone with you close to your ring, but still in the same proximity, that might help you with that. Then you got low battery reminder. If it's below 5%, the phone will let you know. Your workout heart rate alert, you can set your high and your low, or at least your high rate. So if your heart rate goes above that, it'll let you know. Powering off your device, and then turn on or off the menstrual cycle is right here as well. This powering off will turn it off, and you'll have to charge it or put it in the charger in order to activate it and turn it on again. So if you're going to put it away and not wear it, it's nice. You can power it down and not just have to leave it there and wait for the battery to die. This way it'll still have a charge in it when you need it the next time. That's all of this stuff here in profile. Now, this is interesting. Gesture control for camera. This turns on the camera, and it allows you, when you wave your hand, you see it, giving 3, 2, 1, and it'll take a picture. So with your camera, with the app running, wow, it's real sensitive. Of course, I talk a lot with my hands. You'll see the countdown. So, if you're all doing a selfie, have it all set up, and you go and you just wave at yourself, hi, you'll get a picture. Firmware, if there's a firmware update, you always want to check this. It'll give you that information and update the watch. You can reset it, you can upgrade it, do all of these things with it. You can interface with Strava. If you like that app, if you use that app, you can set it up so the data from your ring will transfer over to Strata. None of the others, though, it doesn't look like. About gives you the information. You can upgrade to beta if you want to, if it lets you. The current version, and as they're doing new features, you can test it out for them. And then customer service if you want to send them any information. That is pretty much the overall app, and this is the ring. So let's summarize. We are looking at another beautifully designed smart ring from Wrongduck. This particular one they're calling a retro design, and it's beautiful. It comes in a few different colors and a few different sizes, and it's personal choice, personal taste. If you like this design, it's available. If you like the earlier one we were talking about, that's gold with the simulated diamonds in it, that's also available. They work well for engagement, wedding, friendship, or just for your own use. And they don't look like smart rings, which is the coolest thing of all. Yet they collect all that good data for you. So pick it up directly from Wrongduck. Got a deep, nice discount coupon for you. There's a stacking coupon that applies no matter what other price you've got when you put it in your cart. So always be sure to apply that. It'll help you out at the end when you're checking it out. 7 to 10 sizes, and it's called the Retro Bluetooth Smart Ring, directly from Wrongduck. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon.